20 seconds and we'll go here. This is just good. And then if you want, I can send you the video. You can put it on your YouTube or Facebook channel. We can edit it for you.
Okay.
We can 20 just seconds and then we can just do all kinds of good stuff. So we are live now. Yay. It says YouTube on the top of the screen. Hey, everybody. Claude Diamond here with one of my superstar students, Travis Goodwin. And we love to talk about real estate and making money and staying happy. You had a good week, man. Tell me about it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for bringing me on. It's always good to talk with you and see you,
Oh
Claude.
yeah.
So yeah, I had a pretty good week. Well, the last week and a half has been pretty active for me. We've had three closings, so we made some money.
Tell everybody what you mean by closings, because it means
We
different. Closings, I hear a lot of gurus. Oh, we did 10,000 deals on Monday. What does that really mean?
Right. Yeah. So when I say closings on this, sometimes a closing can mean, I bought a property. Sometimes it can mean I sold a property. In this case, we sold three properties. I do a lot, I specialize in a lot of joint venture partnerships. I do a lot of JVs and yeah, so that's kind of what I did. We did three closings in the last week and a half, and I just got a new contract about 30 minutes ago.
Round of applause, man. I love it. Now, when you say to me, see, to me, it's why are we, I always go back to the basics. I'm a KISS guy. Keep it super simple.
Sure.
Okay. And when you say I did deals and contracts and everything, to me, it's all about the money. Maybe that sounds shallow. I don't care. Okay, I'm in business to make money. Yes, we all the touchy-feely, hug a tree, kumbaya bullshit. Yes, we want to help people and join the Peace Corps. My goal is to pay my bills, take care of my family responsibilities, put food on the table, and live a good life in the United States of America. Can I have an amen, please?
Amen.
So did you make money? To me, that's what it's all about. Did you make money with all this work and deals?
Yeah, so I'll share with you my portion of what I made. I don't
You
want
don't
to
have to
reveal
be
my partner.
specific.
You
You don't
sure?
have to be specific. It's your call. To me, it doesn't, as long, I don't care if you made $100 or $1 million. I'm all about getting into a routine, making money every day.
Okay.
My business allows me to make money every day. Some days a little bit of money, some days a lot of money. Guess what happens at the end of the month when we do our summary statement?
What happens?
We just say, shit, we had a good month. And I track this also. I track it. I want to know, what did I do in July? What did I do July 11th or the end of July last year, 2020, 2015? I track this stuff. What do
Yeah.
you what and I'm sorry to kind of change the subject. We'll come right back to you here. But why is it important to track?
So you know where you've been, so you know where you're gonna go.
Yeah,
You
you
know
got
what, then you can cut out what didn't work and you can do more of what worked.
it kind of the word I want to use more often is the mindset.
Hmm.
We've got too many distractions in life. We've got too much baggage. We've got too much crap pulling us one way, pulling us another, family, this, that, and everything. And the thing is, can you focus on the focus? One coach used to tell me. Can you focus on that one thing intensely? What is your mindset? You ever get a mindset where you get something in your mind and you say, I got to get this done. I got to do this.
Yep.
It's no matter what, I'm going to get this done.
Yep.
And that's the way successful people think and operate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to change the topic. You know me. I'm the king of I'm like a puppy dog with a new toy. I can easily be distracted. But tell us about your deals and the money, and I'm so proud of you, man. By the way, shout out, round of applause. Now, here, I'll give you some hearts even. Yeah, there we go. Making money is all I want to see in my students.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, how many people you hear talk of guru to guru, program to program, and this and that and everything? Why are we in business?
To make money today.
Today is the most important. People think to make money it's about today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's bullshit. Go
Yeah.
ahead. I'll shut up.
No, that's what you've helped me with, Claude. You've helped me with you know, I used to push everybody away. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Oh, you're not ready right now. We'll talk 2 months from now, 3 months from now. Hey, how's it going? And you've really helped me cut to the chase. Yeah.
These are my boohoo tissues. I'm sorry. Yeah.
He's pulled those out on me a few times.
No, no, I didn't pull them out for you. I was pulling them out for the people. I was pulling them out for the people you were talking about,
Sure.
the other people.
Yep.
You know, excuses are like a certain anatomical portion of the rear digestive system. Didn't I say that very wokish, very politically correct there? The thing about it, everybody's got them, but the successful guys like you, my students, I have another student, same thing, just started first week. I pushed him really hard. I said, I only want to hear one thing. You did a deal, you made money. I don't care how much. I gotta, I gotta have that stepping stone to success.
Yeah.
Little deals, big deal. You know what scares me when I get a guy, new student, and oh, Claude, and he's flipping burgers somewhere maybe or something, or walking three-legged chihuahuas. And he says, Claude, I want to start making $1 million a week, a month, and I want to crush it and do all that Gary Vaynerchuk stuff. And I will say, man, it's a long road to success. And
Yeah.
first you got to get on the damn road.
Yeah.
Get on the damn road. So good for you, man. So tell us more.
Well, what do you want to know?
I want to, how did you do the deal? Well, let's start with this. You sold contracts to make money.
No. So in this
No,
scenario, we didn't sell contracts. So in
you
this
sold the
scenario,
property.
yeah. So in this scenario, I had a joint venture with somebody who is a friend of mine. He produces leads, runs advertising. I work those leads for him. We work on it. I get it under contract. He buys it, then we resell it on the market. So we're doing a JV partnership split instead of an assignment.
Okay, you said a word. I work those leads for him. So you have a good partnership. I'm big on that.
Yes.
Okay. I have a partner, also known as my girlfriend slash wife. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't for her, I'd be cleaning a Slurpee machine somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd be playing that music in the Mr. Softy truck. You know, does anyone remember that music?
Oh yeah.
How did it go? Do 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 do, and they play it over and over with those with those loudspeakers. So when you say I do the work, tell people what you mean by that.
Awesome. So I'm the negotiator. I'm the person that's talking to sellers. I'm the person that's qualifying, setting the agenda, closing, using the whole system. And then, once I finalize everything and I negotiate it, get it under contract, I'm not a fix and flipper. I don't do hammers and nails, so I let him do that part.
Yeah, I like nice, clean, soft hands. See these
Me
hands, man?
too. Yep.
These are soft, no calluses, man.
Yep.
Maybe from some barbells. I do a lot of workout, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. So you got a partner. He put does he put up the money and stuff like that for
Yeah.
oh, even better.
Yeah.
And so do you do the marketing, the salesmanship, you find the buyers,
No,
things
I
like
just I just deal with sellers.
okay.
The leads come in, or I do a little bit of cold calling just on my spare time, but mostly it's SEO leads, Google leads, things like that, direct mail. He has it forwarded to my phone, so it rings and it comes to me.
So a good week. This was a good week, three closings, I think you said.
Yeah, last week and a half.
Okay. Has there ever been, in my life, there were times when I was up at 2 in the morning worrying about how to pay the rent
Oh yeah,
with a new baby on the way. And I mean, I understand stress and everything. And you watch every penny, man. You're having a lot of ramen, a lot of rice-a-roni dinners and stuff like and mac and cheese and stuff. So when you have a week like this, financially, where you maybe made what you made in a whole year. I
yeah.
mean, do you ever think about that gratefulness that, and you just think about, holy shit, I did in one week what I didn't do at one time in my life in a whole year. Do you ever dwell
Oh
on that?
yeah, yeah. It's mind blowing.
What do you believe is the reason why you're making the kind of money you're making? Sounds like you're making really good money right now.
Thank you.
You're making a good living.
Confidence and skill.
Tell me about what happens when you have money in your pocket. Does that give you confidence? It does it for me.
Yeah, definitely. Like we talk about all the time, even when you don't have that money in your pocket, if you just, if you act like
Yeah.
you do, it makes a big difference.
I know what you want to say because I say it all the time. Fake it, and this upsets some people. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Get your tissue box out. I say fake it until you make it.
Yep.
Nobody wants to nobody wants to do business or date or socialize with a nobody understands me. It's like there's, the thing about it is you have people love confidence.
Yeah.
I don't care socially or in business. People want confidence. I was watching a video the other day. I forgot the name of the TV show. It's the guy with red hair, and it was a really. I'll think about it and tell you later. But he's in a meeting, and he's wearing a suit and tie and everything, and he's going to a meeting, and he says, "I got it," and he hasn't been. He kind of fell into his old-fashioned old ways again, and he's been struggling. So as he's crossing this busy street in New York City and going to this high-rise board meeting with all the glass and the table with all the people in the fancy suits, he just rips off his jacket, rips off his tie, throws it in the garbage can. It just goes right up there. And he says, it's all about me. I'm going to play the role of a guy who doesn't need, he needed this sale really bad. And he goes into the board meeting and the CEO says, well, this sounds good. And he says, well, maybe let's talk in a year. And he says, and the guy goes, I won't take your phone call in a year. I'm
Mm,
going to be too busy helping other people make too much money. So you either want to invest with me right now or I'm out of here. I don't have the time to sit here and have donuts with you.
yeah.
And he says, and I'll tell you right now, you're making the biggest financial mistake of your company. So do we want to move forward or do we want to or can I get out of here and talk to some people who really want to make a lot of money? Something
Mm,
like that. Okay,
yeah.
you get the what's the word I'm looking for? The genre, the he was poor, he was having trouble too, and this was his moment. And I tried to do an I got to get the video. I think I'll get it for our Monday group because there's so much takeaway from good sales,
Yeah.
especially a good sales movie. Did he use did what do you, let me go to you first. What areas do you think he used in term do you think he used authority?
Oh, authority, a little scarcity there.
Social
Special
proof.
proof. Yep.
Absolutely. Did he do a lot of the kumbaya like no like and trust stuff?
No, he wasn't there to do a presentation.
Should you always do no like and trust stroking and nurturing? This is something I never talk about. This is interesting. Thank you. This is interesting. Should you always stroke and nurture and compliment and have a lot of empathy when you want to get to the point with somebody and create that scarcity and social proof and authority is big. To me, when you use authority, not bullying, people misunderstand when I say authority, I don't mean to bully or intimidate people. I just mean cut the bullshit and cut to the chase. Get
Yeah.
right to it.
Yeah.
I'm using a lot of bad language today. I don't know
I know
why.
YouTube's going to get you.
Are they really?
I don't know. Maybe.
Are they really? I mean, I, I, I figure adults are listening to this, not their children.
Yeah.
Okay. I talk to adults like adults.
Yeah.
And if nobody's ever heard the word BS before, I say you got to leave the monastery once in a while, you know. But using authority, because stating, I know what I'm talking about, I am
Yeah.
an expert, my time is valuable, as is yours. I respect you and your time, and I'm telling you right now, categorically, unequivocally, okay, that you should do this real estate deal. This property will go up in value. It'll generate great rent for you. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have the money for it. Just would you tell me right now? Don't tell me you want to think about it or call you in a year because I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm an easy guy to sell, but nobody knows how to sell me.
Mm,
I love it. Do you ever meet a great salesperson?
not many.
I really not many. You're right. I love great salespeople. I just love the enthusiasm. I love the energy and everything. You ever meet the sad sack salesperson? You know,
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
oh, well, that's fine. Thank you for answering my 20 questions and you think about it and we'll get together someday and I'll send you some more information. Call me anytime. That guy dies broke, man. That guy's sweating the cable bill.
Yeah.
Questions. Let's talk about your deals some more. So you got 3 deals this week. What's going to happen next week? Is this just a flash in the pan or
We're going. I'm going. So, those three deals are gone. So I just got a new contract this morning, but I'm acting like that contract doesn't exist. Like I'm
why?
on the next one.
Why are you acting like it doesn't exist? That's interesting. Talk about that.
Well, it might not exist. It's not nothing's promised until it closes. It's not a deal until it's official, in my opinion. But I like that mentality. I like no matter how much money I have, I like acting like I don't have a lot of money. Even though I like if I'm on the phone with the seller, it might be different. But in my mind, I'm starting off on day one. I'm starting off at zero.
Yeah. I always, yeah, you always carry that. There's an old story about. It's called the Sword of Damocles. It's about a guy with a sword over his head, and he never knows exactly when it's going to drop.
Mm,
Okay, and I think there's a reason we have to struggle. Okay. I think of those bad days when I was watching every penny and I was borrowing from Peter to pay Paul and all this stuff. I had deals where I'd use a bunch of credit cards to do a deal and then the property be vacant, or I needed more money from somewhere else to paint it and clean the carpets and all these real estate deals. And I remember those days where I was just every day worried about money.
yeah,
And when I finally got to that comfortable place where I had more than I need, where I knew, maybe we should talk about success. When I got that, I'm still grateful every day because I know what most people go through. Have you ever had days like that where you just say, "Phew, I remember back then when I didn't know if my credit card was going to go through or whatever,
sure,
or I didn't have enough in my checking account or whatever." Did you ever have days like that?
sure.
Yeah. So you got a deal on hold. What's your advice to people about you're a real estate investor, somebody who's getting started in real estate or business. What's your excellent advice to people?
Um, you know, Learn how to talk to people. Don't be afraid to get on the phone. Get on the phone and talk. Mess up, fail, say the wrong things, look like a jackass. It doesn't matter. Just keep going.
I love that.
Yep.
Don't be scared to embarrass yourself. Pick up the phone. Oh,
Yes.
how about initiate the calls? Can you,
Oh yeah.
if you just sit by the phone, what's going to happen?
Nothing. You have to initiate. You have to initiate conversations with people because like we talk about all the time, Claude, most people aren't going to initiate. They might need or want to talk to you, but they're not going to be the first to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you initiate what do you have a goal every day? Do you a certain amount of cold calls, follow-up calls, warm calls? Talk about your marketing and your sales a little bit, what you do so well.
Yeah, sure. So usually, Monday through Friday, I'm usually doing 100 to 150 minimum of dials a day cold calling. That's, yeah, it's like 3 hours worth of time, around that. And then, other than that, I do about 20 to 30 on average follow-ups a day.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a
These,
lot that's a lot of follow-ups.
yeah, some of these are text messages. They're not all phone calls with people,
Is that your goal to get on the phone though? Is that your ultimate goal?
Yes, with the ones who's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know if they're ready? That's interesting.
I just, usually have a little short conversation, and I've been doing this long enough. I ask the right questions, and, if it sounds like they're just trying to, bullshit me around, I'll just tell them, okay, maybe I could reach back out. I always like to be longer than what I say. Like, I'll say, oh, maybe you'll be ready in like a year from now. Maybe I'll just reach out to you in a year just to gauge and see what they're going to say to me. And if they say, oh, well, no, it'll be way before a year, I know it's probably somebody who's going to sell soon.
Why aren't we doing this to role play? Why aren't we doing this today, Travis? Why 6 months, a year from now? What's stopping you right now from doing this deal? You want to move out of your mother-in-law's basement with the five chihuahuas. Why, and get into your own place? This is a great place, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great place. I just got to do some things first. I got to take
What do
care of
you
some
mean?
things.
What do you mean do some things? I don't know what that means.
I just want to take care of, all the like my belongings and my dogs and some money and some,
Okay. Oh, money. Oh, but fine. Off the role play. Aren't we trying to just get to the truth?
yes,
What did Jack Nicholson say in that movie?
you
What was that Jack Nicholson movie? You can't handle the truth.
yeah,
Okay. Do you ever notice they always talk in soliloquies? They always talk romantically. Oh, well, I got to take care of some things. I got to move some things around. I got to check this out. And what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? To win the lottery, man? Just tell the truth. It's always the money, isn't it?
yeah.
It's always the money. So when should we deal with money? Give people watching this. When you're talking to somebody, you're trying to do business, sell something, whatever. Isn't it always about the money?
Yeah, money's up front. Money's one of the first things you talk about.
But people are reluctant to tell you, "Hey, I'm a loser. I'm broke, man. I
Yeah,
I can't see. I'm so low I can't see up." I mean, how do you get past that with somebody and get them to open up, get to the truth?
sure. A
What's
little of that gut cell system, that little stroke, a little nurture, letting them know you're human, being breaking their patterns and being unlike everybody else that's calling them.
Yeah. How about bonding? I understand.
Bonding. Oh yeah.
Yeah, do some bonding with me. Tell me, Claude, I understand how you feel. I have the same, all that stuff.
Oh, Claude, I totally understand where you're coming from, man. I went through similar situations when I was working a regular job with my boss, so I totally get it, man. If we could find a way to get you out of that job and solve your issues, you wouldn't want to get started today, would you?
I would, man. I'll be honest with you right now. I just, you know, I just had my car just broke down. My grandmother needed new wagon wheels, BS. Money's a challenge right now.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I can remember those days, Claude. I remember, my car breaking down and, waiting 3 hours in the hot sun. Man, I feel where you're at right now.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, I don't know so I'll call you once I get my finances in order and I'll save up and I'll win the lottery and I'll rob a 7-Eleven. Don't rob a 7-Eleven, people. That's called humor. Um, um, I'll call you back in the near distant future, Mr. Goodwin.
You'll call me back in the
I'll call
future?
you, yeah, in a month or 6 months. I'll probably call you back. Probably call you back.
Yeah, you got to watch for those probablys and those little words, those mights, those probablys. Um, that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed,
You
just
know,
dealing with you. Yeah,
yeah, we call it the heightened awareness of the wishy-washy words. What are those wishy-washy words they all use all the time? We become with the gut sales training, we become, I guess, acutely aware of
mm,
all those wishy-washy words, those non-committal BS words. Okay.
yeah,
Those words. Because why do people use those words? Subconsciously or consciously? Why do they always if you listen acutely, you always hear the maybe, what are those words? Maybe,
thought about it,
probably,
probably,
could,
might,
might,
could. Yeah,
yep, should, it's possible, I'll talk to somebody and get back to you possibly in the near distant future. They use all this stuff. And what they do it because they don't want to say no.
yeah.
Do people want to say no to your face?
No, they
I
don't.
shock people because I say no all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're interested in this, aren't you, Mr. Diamond? No. And just say that and be quiet. And that rocks their world. And I'm not talking about being impolite or rude, but why continue a 15, 20, or 30, 45-minute conversation with somebody when you have no interest?
Sure. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I get salespeople call me all the time. and they go and you say hello and they just go on and on and on. I'll say, wait a second, what are we hoping to accomplish here? When's it my turn to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Or why? What's the purpose of this phone call? And then I have a video out there somewhere. I think I did it back in April or May, how to get off a phone call with somebody, how to get off of a Zoom call or a conversation. Somebody comes up to you and they just go on and on and on. You, oh, my phone's vibrating. Oh, it's my daughter. I'm sorry, I got to take this. You know, it's how to get out of a conversation that's unproductive. Why are
Yeah.
we, why are we in business, man?
To make money today. It's
You
definitely important to know how to get out of a conversation, just as important as it is to get into one, because you're going
yeah.
to have to get out of more than you're going to want to be in, you know?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'll give you the final word here before we go on this live broadcast. And thank you, by the way. It was very generous of you. Ladies and gentlemen, was his mentoring session time. And I asked him, could we share this with people on YouTube and social media? Because I want you to hear from real people, not just guru BS, real people who do real deals. Don't you love working from home?
Oh, yeah, that's the best.
Isn't that the best, man? Is there anything better than working from home?
No.
Better coffee, cleaner bathrooms, right?
Yeah, it's
Have,
awesome.
have you ever had? I've had the jobs, the office, the cubicle, the commuting. I hated the commuting. Oh my God. I hated the commuting, finding the parking space, going in, watching the clock. I hate it. I love working now. I don't ever want to I could have retired a long time ago. I love working. I find it very satisfying, for me. I
Yeah.
enjoy my work. It's not a four-letter word. How do you feel about it? Last word.
Oh, the same. I feel the same.
Yeah. How do people get a hold of you? I know your phone number's on there, but if somebody wants to learn about doing West by God, Virginia real estate or anywhere in this country, or wants to pick your brain a little bit, or has a
Sure.
deal for you, what should they do?
Yeah, I'll give you my phone number. It's at the bottom, but I will give it back. I do want to say one thing. I know a lot of people watch these videos and you hear my story. You hear me, I'm closing all of these deals. It's so easy. This is not an easy thing. It's very hard to do, but you have to discipline yourself. You have to talk to people. Definitely call me. I can help you. I can, have a conversation with you. We can see where it goes. 304-444-6744. And, you can text or call anytime, just like Claude. This is my number. You're not going to call and talk to AI or talk to salespeople. It's just me.
That nice girl in the Philippines or
Yeah.
Pakistan or
Now,
whatever.
now my son might answer from time to time. He's a little one, just I'll grab the phone. That's about it.
Hey, it is not there's nothing wrong with that, man. Break them in early.
Yeah, I'm training him now, so before you know it, he'll know the whole spiel.
There you go, man. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks, Claude.